Oi gente, tudo bem? Eu sou a Carol, do blog Pequenos Excessos, e hoje eu tô aqui que eu vou falar um pouquinho pra vocês de toda a divulgação que tá rolando pro filme After, que pra quem não sabe, é inspirado em um livro da autora Ana Todd, que eu li e eu acho maravilhoso, adoro. Isso foi uma parte. Mas, voltando, inclusive a primeira a vir pro Brasil foi a própria autora. Na verdade, ela veio pra divulgar um novo livro, que foi o Stars, e eu tava lá na coletiva e eu vou pôr aqui um pedacinho pra vocês verem. The background of the book and everything that happened in your life, and I want to know two things actually: how it feels for you to become an idol since you wrote it as a fan, and how does it feel to see your characters coming to life?
I don't know how it feels. It's so weird because sometimes I feel like because I wrote it as a fan, it started as like a fandom thing, so I feel like it's everybody's story. Like, I know I technically wrote it, but I'm a fan of it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like, and this could sound very like egotistical, but honestly, After is like one of my favorite books, even though I wrote it, but I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was writing it just to like find out. So when people are like, say I'm their idol or they're inspired me, I'm like, what? But it feels really good, especially with younger women who now are writing more, reading more, and I've had so many parents and teachers and bosses and stuff write me and say that their students are reading more, their kids are reading more. I've had parents like crying, thanking me for their daughter reading classic literature. So those kind of moments are like, oh my God, goosebumps. Those kind of moments I usually just like cry a lot. I cry at like almost every signing, at least once, still. And yeah, it's just, it feels amazing, but sometimes it's scary because I don't want to make the wrong choice because I do influence people whether I want to or not. So it's mostly amazing, but I try not to think about it too much. Seeing the characters come to life I feel like I keep saying magical, but it literally was. When people say movie magic, I didn't know what they meant until I saw the cast together. Hero and Josephine are like, we could have, because we had the movie, I don't know how many of you have followed me for a while, but we had the movie in progress for freaking ever, like years, and I started thinking like, this is never gonna happen. Well, and then when we were casting, it just clicked, especially when Hero came in. I thought before I met him in my head, I had someone else, like, I was like, no matter what, this is the person I'm fighting to get cast. And then Hero came in and I was like, all right, well, there's Hardin. So, and it was really strange because I didn't necessarily see him as Hardin at all until he auditioned in person. I looked at Jenny Gage, the director, and I was like, because he was her favorite one, I was like, I don't know, I really love so-and-so. And then Hero started talking and we were like, oh my God. And when he left, I just had this like, I literally like wrote everybody and was like, I will not, I don't do this often, but when I do, it's like, I mean it. I'm like, I will literally not participate in this movie if you do not hire him. It was like, him or me, you either hire him or I'm out. So that, seeing him become Hardin is so, this is really long, I talk a lot, sorry. So seeing him become Hardin was literally like movie magic for me, where he didn't look to me anything like Hardin. He came in with like this chain and these sneakers, and I was like, oh God. And then he started talking, and I was like, oh my God. And then with Josephine, we had already cast someone, and then she popped up auditioning for another role, like on a Skype call, and we saw her face and we were like, that is Tessa. They're just, something about them, it's amazing watching the characters come to life. And those two, like, no matter what anyone thinks of the casting or anything, like, they made the best movie that we could have ever made. And Josephine doesn't even have to, like, act. She literally is Tessa. Hero's different because he's so nice in real life, but they're just, it was movie magic.
E hoje, dia 15 de março de 2019, a autora Ana Todd desembarcou de novo no Brasil, agora pra divulgar o filme, e ao lado dos dois protagonistas, o Hero e a Josephine, que são responsáveis por interpretar o Hardin e a Tessa.
Thought that you just wanted to be friends.
I don't think we can ever be just friends.
E a gente tava lá na coletiva, eles são super legais, super simpáticos. E eu vou parar aqui uns videozinhos também pra vocês verem.
It's hotter than London. No, I love it. We had some great food last night. Chatted to a few people who are all lovely, but we're just waiting to explore more. It's been like 12 hours.
My flight landed 3 hours ago, so I went straight from there to the hotel, but the ride was lovely.
Minha pergunta é para o Hero e para a Josephine. Vocês já devem ter ouvido essa pergunta, você principalmente. O seu personagem foi baseado em uma figura real. Muitas pessoas que leram o livro sabem disso. De você, eu queria saber como foi sua relação com isso quando você foi escalado, se foi difícil trabalhar com isso. E da Josephine, eu queria saber, porque muitas meninas leem o livro se imaginando e vendo... O personagem da Hessa representa muitas meninas. Como que foi pra você trabalhar um personagem em cima disso?
So, when I received the script, I was basing all of my acting and shaping of the character just off that, and I feel like where Anna started with the character, we've come a very long way from, and it was a long time ago, and it evolves. So I feel like where it is now, I had so much material to work from just the writing that she had and talking to her. So it was a collaborative process between us two to shape the character.
Hi.
Hi!
Well, I mean, I understand why so many girls can relate to Tessa, because I think she's very relatable, and it was a privilege to be able to play someone and represent someone that so many young girls out there connect to.
There's a scene that's not in the book that we managed to find time to shoot where Hardin is not in a very good way and he's trying to control his emotions, and he doesn't do that very well and flips out and smashes a bookcase, which I found quite fun.
That the fans are the most attached to, and they just happen to be beautifully executed exactly like I wanted it to be. So every scene was so fun.
Full of books that are so important for the current generation.
I'd say it's both an honor and a responsibility that I feel confident we will execute correctly with the help of Anna. I don't know how we do it without her. She's always guiding us along the way. So
I mean, I touched a bit early on that too, but it's an honor and a privilege, and I just hope that we do a good job.
Somebody's missing.
Sorry, guys.
Here. Please. Here.
E é isso, gente. Curtam os vídeos e se preparem, porque After chega aos cinemas em abril e a gente viu 20 minutinhos de cenas exclusivas do filme e já posso garantir, está incrível e super fiel ao livro. Então, não esquece de deixar seu like e se inscrever no nosso canal e também seguir o nosso perfil no Instagram. Beijo, gente. Até a próxima.